This looks like Battlefield 3. I like that. That's cool. What's up, guys? It's Hit You Good, your favorite All-American freedom-loving gamer, and today we've got some big news from the Battlefield community, from EA, about Battlefield 6, Battlefield 2025, or just Battlefield, whatever you want to call it, going forward. But they are announcing the maybe what might be akin to a CTE. We don't know if this is going to hang around, but we do know that they are starting player testing in hopes of not having the disastrous launches like EA and DICE are so prone to have. Now, while we don't want to hype this up too much, and I want to remind you not to pre-order the game, let's see what EA has come up with. I'm sorry that this video is coming out a little bit later than I would have liked, but like many of you, I've got a regular job, and yeah, we got to take care of business first. But thank you for clicking on this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to support your favorite All-American freedom-loving gamer. But other than that, let's check out what EA has for us concerning the next Battlefield title. And one more thing, since you've probably already seen what Battlefield put out today, I am going to go ahead and condense that and make this video a little bit shorter, a little bit easier to watch, so you can just really get my responses to it. I am going to put a link to the full video down below so you can see it as well. All right, so we're on Battlefield's X account for 4 studios across the globe, one brand new visionary team, Battlefield Studios. This global united front, hang on, combining 20 plus years of Battlefield experience, half of them were terrible, with the best emerging talent in our industry is hard at work to shape the future of our franchise. Introducing Battlefield Labs. Enlist for Battlefield Labs, you can get called up to test and help us shape the future of Battlefield. You can bet that I have done that, but you can go on Battlefield's X account and click this link and get right over to it, or just go to their website. I'm going to show you how to do that a little bit later.
But the question is, how do we continue to build on that and push Battlefield to the next level?
Continue to build.
I've been playing Battlefield
a lot of hype
since
talk.
long before I
a
joined
lot
the
of
team.
hype talk.
When 1942
I'm
first
glad
came
Vince
out, the amount of fun that we all sat down and had with it is just, you know, still like a fond memory.
Each of our
so far, it's a lot of hype talk, you know, and you know, to some degree they have to do this. I understand you do have to market your game, but I would almost wish, and I know this is kind of an unrealistic expectation, I would almost wish that they would keep Battlefield 3, 4, and 1 content only during some of these cutscenes. I know they're showcasing everything, but it would be a nice little nod to the actual player base that, you know, this is the new direction, or the old direction, you know, we're returning to Battlefield's roots just like players wanted. So, you know.
forced to
Construction systems, class play, squad play, vehicles, gadgets,
Class play.
all of those kind of underlying systems that drive the
I
experience.
like to hear that.
So here at Motive, we're working on multiplayer maps, and we're also working on...
Hang on. These guys have a septum piercing sitting right out front. The front of their building. That's not a good look, EA.
So here at Motive, we're working...
Mainly, we've been focused on the single-player experience. So the campaign is back for Battlefield.
That's good. Good to have a campaign.
We have never before had this many teams and talents dedicated to the development of Battlefield.
We have heard that before. We've heard that before. We've heard it was running months in advance, and it wasn't. Now, it's good that they're putting in a campaign, you know, and here's the truth. Your fans, like, your campaigns have always been kind of meh, and they're okay, but they give context to the maps that we play on multiplayer, which is really what kind of ties the game together a little bit more. Gives you context. You're not just a soldier just randomly selected on this randomly selected battlefield. Like, there's a little bit more meaning behind it. So you don't have to knock it out of the park when it comes to your campaign. It'd be great if you did, but this is just something we expect, you know, on the side.
We can try different things, but also validate what players are expecting from Battlefield.
Validate what players are expecting from Battlefield. I like that. I've got something to say about that.
That feedback is true.
Let's build Battlefield together.
Ah, look at this. Look at this.
Let's build Battlefield together.
All right, let's watch it through, and then we're going to back it up. This looks like Battlefield 3. I like that. That's cool. All right, let's watch that one more time, okay, guys?
Together.
We've got an M1A1 Abrams, so it's modern, which is fantastic. This looks very much like Battlefield 3 in the videos that I at least watch. Look, we've even got boxes that are flying over and stuff. Like there's pieces of paper flying everywhere. That's really good detail. It's cool that, you know, I don't know if this started out brand new or if it got that way, you know, just from, you know, explosions going off, but that's neat. We've got lighting over here. And, you know, I might be easy to press as far as graphics go because I'm such a Battlefield 4 nerd. Doesn't look like operators, but you never know. That's probably going to be a thing in the game. Oh, look at that. Look at that blast. Like that. Let's see if I can pick out anything here. It's pretty cool that it kind of just took over the whole side of that building. So I'm excited to see that. But here's my main thoughts. I'm going to put this on mute and let it play in the background. But here's kind of my main thoughts. I understand Battlefield has to build hype. I understand they have to do the things that their marketing team wants to do. I understand that when they unveil this, you know, they want to have this high production feeling video. But as someone who has watched Battlefield just crap itself for the last 8 years, this isn't what your community, your rooted community needs. All right. Let me explain that a little bit. I would get so much more hype for Battlefield if instead of all this B-roll footage, instead of these fancy camera angles, instead of sitting here and watching, I mean, look at him right here, like right there. Instead of him just sitting there reading a script, which you can see their eyes moving back and forth, we want EA to be real with us, you know? Not just reading scripts, not just hype. We want EA to be real with us. If you had Vince Zampella just sitting down on a chair and saying, hey guys, we know that Battlefield's not what you've been wanting for the last, you know, 2 cycles. We know that there's certain things that were not in the last Battlefield that should have been from the get-go. We're here to fix that. We're here to bring Battlefield back to its roots and deliver the kind of play that you want. And ultimately, you know, they went through here and that one developer said things that Battlefield players expect from the game. Okay, well, that's good. I like hearing that. But here's the thing. Why be vague right now? Why be vague? If you know it's going to have a scoreboard, if it's really going to be things that Battlefield players want, go ahead and say it. It's going to have a scoreboard at launch. There's not going to be any skill-based matchmaking. There will be a server browser. And there's not going to be any specialists. We're going back to the class system. Just say it. Do you know what kind of buzz that would cause around Battlefield right now on X, on Facebook, on YouTube, for them to just be specific at this particular moment? And I know, well, it hasn't launched yet. They're in pre-alpha. They can't say these certain things. Why don't you just make a decision that, hey, this game isn't going to launch if it does not have these specific things in the game. When it launches, it will have these things. That's a promise, and then make good on that promise, okay? You're talking to a community that really doesn't trust you anymore. You know, you're talking to gamers who have seen that DICE really doesn't care what we care about, that they're going to run their games the way that they want to run these games. And ultimately, maybe once every decade, maybe they'll land a hit and, you know, just happens to be what we want. And I feel like that's a lot with how the gaming industry is now today. But, so ultimately, my reaction to this whole video is, okay. Okay. I like seeing a little bit of pre-alpha gameplay. That's neat. But ultimately, my response is, okay. You know, we have to understand, we can't go out and pre-order this game. There has to be some kind of punishment to game developers who refuse to listen to their fans. Do not pre-order this game. Find out what it is first and then play it, you know? But anyways, let's take a look here real quick at their website on how you can be a playtester for EA. I've already signed up. I'm going to show you how to as well. So we're going to go ahead and shift over to their announcement at EA.com. The FAQs talking about Battlefield Labs, which as I understand it is the new CTE. And to be honest, to see this amount of testing that's this early in development is what I would consider a good sign. So what is Battlefield Labs? It's our most ambitious community collaboration in franchise history, launching as we enter a critical phase in development. We want to build Battlefield with our community, so it is a space for play and exploration, an environment where we can test concepts and mechanics with our players before we release them publicly. And I noticed it doesn't say before the release, it says before we release them publicly, so maybe this is something that's going to go throughout the span of the live service. Our community is at the heart of Battlefield. Their feedback is crucial in helping us know what to prioritize, what to improve, and what feels like an authentic Battlefield experience. Battlefield Labs is launching as we enter a critical phase in development with what's next for Battlefield, where we are looking to collaborate with the community like never before. Now is the time to test big areas of the experiences our teams have been building for our upcoming launch. Now, this right here is how you can be a part of Battlefield Labs right here. Now, I've already signed up as a play tester. Make sure EA account is updated and linked to your platform account, so you cannot sign up for play testing without an EA account. Remember that. And they're doing this on PlayStation 5, PC, and Xbox as well. So, and it is going to be invitation only. So anyways, go ahead and go to these links. I'll drop those in the comments below so you too can play test. This is probably going to be under a very severe and tight, strict NDA, non-disclosure agreement. So nothing can get leaked to the public, but I'm really looking forward to what Battlefield might have in store for us. And the fact that they're going through, all this ahead of time is a good sign, even though we're really kind of hearing the same song and dance. I understand they don't really have much of a choice but to do the same song and dance. But doing this is a step in the right direction. But tell me later on in the comments down below if you are excited about Battlefield. Tell me what you're looking for in the next Battlefield franchise installment. And guys, I hope to see you on the Battlefield here. Maybe this year it'll launch. I hope it does, and I hope it launches well. And I hope it brings back all those good vibes from Battlefield 3, 4, and 1 as well. Other than that, guys, y'all have a blessed day. Hit you good out.